So good afternoon, everybody, or I guess it might be evening for some of you guys. Yeah, it's after 5 here, okay? We're in Pacific. So it's probably getting a little bit later for you guys, but I've been working all day and doing all that really, really fun stuff called accounting, okay? And we know it's the middle of the year, but we're actually doing inventory. It's a funny story, but not really a funny story. That we actually lost all of our inventory when we went from QuickBooks to QuickBooks Online, and we have been spending all week so far counting stencils. Okay. Which has actually been kind of motivating for me to get all my stencils back out because we're going through box after box after box of inventory, counting them, making sure that we have everything correct. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I haven't pulled this design out in ages, okay? So just a little bit of why I'm so inspired to come back here and work on a stenciling project. So I thought I'd just share with you guys, after you always know, after I've been in the office for too many hours, I always got to come back to the creative side of the studio and play. And I was just back here trying to get stuff ready for my painting group. Okay, so I got to get everything prepped for my painting group on Monday, because Monday is their first tutorial in the room, and it's going to be a live instructional video. Okay. And so I'm supposed to be back here getting ready for that. So I was just getting ready for that. Okay. I found this canvas and I thought, I think we can have some fun with that. So that's kind of what I'm going to do. And as you guys come on here, please say hello. I'd love to know who's on here with me. And tonight is just going to be kind of a fun, just kind of watch me paint, see what I'm doing. This kind of like got inspired, like I said, through the accounting program that we're doing right now, because we're doing inventory, and all week long we've done nothing but count stencils. So that tells you how many boxes of stencils we have here for sale. Okay, we've got a lot of inventory, and we're going to have some special deals on a few of them probably coming up in the next couple of weeks. So I want to tell you guys what I've done so far. So I got Catherine on here and Faye. Thank you guys for joining me. It's wonderful to see you this evening. So I'm going to put the camera down here for a second, okay? And I'll let you guys see what I'm doing. Like I said, I was back here looking for stuff that I really needed to be doing, and instead I found this canvas and thought, oh my gosh, this could be really fun. So on here already was the Tiger roller that was rolled through some texture medium and done very, very light, okay? So there's not a lot of picking up my piles of paint, you guys, okay? I got distracted here by my not so pretty edge. So it's rolled through some texture. So I got a real slight print of the Tiger roller in the background. And originally it was painted in, I think this is probably, I don't know if it's actually DIY Cowgirl Coral or another coral color I had laying around, okay? But I thought, I really wanted to do something in navy and golds and break out some of my stencils, okay? So all I'm doing is repurposing this to hopefully something that I'm really gonna like, okay? Because I don't know why I picked coral at that moment, but coral's not speaking to me today. So the paint that I'm using is General Finishes milk paint, and this is called Coastal Blue. I had to look at the can real quick and remind myself what was the color I'm using. And I'm just using one of my multi-purpose brushes to brush this on. These brushes are great for paint or wax. So they actually do cover some pretty good area without I feel like wasting a lot of paint. So that's all I'm doing right now, is just painting this. But I've got the back door open, I got fans on, so I thought I could probably get this painted as I chat with you guys about some things, and just we can all just hang out for a while, okay? Just hang out for a while. Hello, Mary. I'm so glad you made one of my lives too. So hopefully I'm gonna have some fun here and you will enjoy this. So I'm just painting the edge, okay? Oh good, when I hold that up, I know you guys can see that tiger roller on there really well. So that is one of the rollers, the Faux rollers, and it's the tiger pattern. And all I did was just roll it straight up, okay? So we've got that really cool pattern on there. And I'm just painting it coastal blue. Okay, I feel like there's a hair stuck in there, okay? I'm just trying to find it. So I'm just painting it coastal blue, which is General Finishes milk paint. And I don't know about you guys, but I am just really in love. Okay, I just stuck my finger in it, so now I got paint on me. Really in love with the navy blues right now. It's just a nice change from all the grays and silver. So I feel like I'm just kind of enjoying this little change in palette. And as I'm painting this, you guys, like I told you, there's coral in the background. And I'm not going to worry about if I don't cover 100% of that coral. I think that coral might be kind of cool peeking through a little bit here and there. So if I miss a little bit of it in the texture, I'm not going to let it worry me, okay? I think a little bits and pieces might just be actually really cool. Okay, let me see if I can see some of you guys' comments here, okay? The way I have the angle of the camera so that you guys can see what I'm working on is not always the best angle. Okay, I'm going to turn this around for a second so I can get this other side, but it's not always the best angle for me to read. Oh, yes, okay. Someone wants me to lift this so you can see the pattern on there. Yeah, with it wet, you guys can really see the design. So again, this is one of the Faux rollers, and it's the tiger print, okay? I don't have the roller with me right now, but when I talk about being a Faux roller, it's one of the red rollers, but the print on the one that's on the canvas is called the tiger print. And maybe in a few minutes I'll go grab it and show it to you guys so you know exactly which roller it is. So if I've missed something as far as a comment, you guys, because I'm probably not going to scroll back because my hands are kind of getting really blue at the moment, okay, and I don't want to make my phone blue. Post it again, or after I'm done, I'll definitely read through them. I hope you guys realize that I really do. I read all your comments, you guys, and I try to make sure I answer each and every one of you. If I haven't answered you on the video, that I personally answer you when I go through and read them. So let me see. Okay, let's take a little break here so I can pull this up and I can see. Hello, Priscilla. Thank you for joining. Sylvia. Hi, Sylvia. Sylvia is one of my retailers in Tennessee. Who I want to say something mercantile, but Sylvia, put your information in here. That'd be great for anybody that wants to try to find you and get things locally. Oh yes, Elaine, there's some beautiful Modern Master paints next to me, which I am going to use. Let's see. Okay, I said I wasn't scrolling back, but I did. Okay, I think I didn't miss anything too important there. If I did, you guys, post it again, or just know I will answer you. Okay. So all I'm doing is I'm goofing off, okay, you guys. I'm totally goofing off and doing what I'm not supposed to be doing. But I'm working late, so I figured I had time for a little bit of goof off, okay? But what I started with, when I was looking for something else back here, okay, I do have a couple of brush hairs, okay, I want to pull those out. I was back here in my studio, wasn't really taking a break. I was looking for stuff I needed because on Monday in my painting group, my private group called the Artistic and Creative Inspirational Painting Group, okay? If you guys can see that, you can see the tiger print really well. I'm going to be teaching, and the finish I'm going to be teaching is absolutely gorgeous, you guys. And we'll get a picture up here sometime. I'm sure we'll have it posted here in the next day or so you can see what we are going to be posting, or what I'm going to be teaching. So I was back here gathering everything, okay, because I've got to step out the process. So when I teach in my painting group, you guys, I don't make everybody watch my paint dry like this, okay? So I have every step prepared of the whole process. So I show you guys the step and make sure you understand everything that I'm doing in there, how I'm troweling it, how I'm putting it on, what the product is, how the application should be versus, you know, a small project versus, you know, a larger project, all the ins and outs of each layer. And then I have that layer already done and dry so that I can go to the next step for you guys. So normally when I'm doing my training videos in the painting group, they're anywhere from 45, probably minimum, to about an hour and a half, just depending on how many steps and how many questions we have as we're going. But that's what I was back here doing, was gathering all the product and the sample boards and getting ready to step all that out. Okay, so I have it all ready for Monday, because Monday's the day. Catherine, it's only $37 a month, and I feel it's a really good price because you guys get 2 complete instructional videos each month, okay? And they're not simple, okay? I mean, I try to do stuff that is the whole range from maybe I taught you guys how to glaze, okay? So the basic, you know, cabinetry, furniture glazing, all the way up to multi-layered finishes that you guys see behind me, okay? Yeah, there's a fun wall behind me, okay? And I'll even pull the camera up a little bit more so you might be able to see some of the finishes. So there's 2 of those every month that's taught in the group, and they're either live, where I'm actually on Facebook Live with you guys and you can ask questions during the whole tutorial, or it's pre-recorded. And only do I do pre-recorded if I'm going to be out of town, you guys. So I always try to do it live, not unless I'm just not going to be around. And then we do a pre-recorded one so that we stay on schedule. But I feel it's a great price for the amount of instruction and information that is provided in the group. So hopefully you'll check it out, okay? And it's join, okay? You can join right now. If you join right now, okay, I shouldn't tell you guys this, but if you join right now, you'll get all the training for June, plus you're starting July, okay? So you almost get like 2 months for one. So it's actually a great time. And you can check it out. You can determine if this is a group for you or not. And, you know, check it out for a month. If not, you can always, you know, non-renew. So don't feel like it's some kind of huge, long commitment. Oh, Sandra, you are so sweet. Sandra's a doll. She's one of my retailers in Wiley, Texas. Okay, so put your information on here too. I always love to promote all of my retailers, you guys, because they are so incredible. I've got so many wonderful retailers that support me all over the country. Okay, I want to pull back here and read this. Oh, Catherine, yes. Okay, this is a really good question. So Catherine's wanting to know, can you go back and watch at your own pace? And yes, you can. So let's say that you even join now, okay, and you know that you're going to be busy through the whole summer. The videos are actually sent to the members, okay, and the videos are yours to keep. So every video that you have paid for actually gets emailed to you, and all the information, so all the products, all the tools, everything that was used, so you have a complete written instruction, a tool and product list, and they're yours to keep. So you can always go back and watch them over and over again. So great question. And it really helps, you know, to be able to do that and to go back and be able to revisit them, because there's times where, you know, I might do a finish and I might not do that finish again for years. I have to kind of revisit it myself and remember how to do it, okay? So good learning curve to be able to hold on to that information and be able to revisit them. Okay, so on to what I'm doing right now, and I am visiting with you guys as my paint dries here a little bit, okay? Like I said, I got fans on in here and I got the back door open, so we got a good breeze. So this is almost dry, okay? And I'm gonna go grab the roller really quick, you guys, because I want to make sure you see exactly what the roller looks like, because I showed you the wrong pattern. So hopefully I can find this really quick. Oh, yes, okay. Okay, that was really gutsy of me to even try to go and look for it, you guys, because I have buckets and buckets and buckets of rollers over there, and finding one sometimes is challenging. But this is what the tiger pattern looks like on the roller, okay? And this is the pattern once it's been rolled out, okay? And I did this through a very light coat of texture, and then I even sand it down. So even though the texture is there, it's not really rough, and it's not real deep, okay? Because I knew I was going to do something over the top of it. So what I plan to do next is to get one of my stencils. Like I said at the beginning of this video, we have been in stencil heaven around here, counting all of them, okay? And I think I have at least 400 designs, so there's been a lot of counting. Elaine, it's a hard thing, okay? It really is a hard thing. I have access to all my patterns, and there's times when I'm getting ready to do something and I'm just standing there and I'm looking and I'm going, oh my gosh, I don't know even which one to choose myself. You know, just because I have so many options hanging around here. It's good, okay? But sometimes having all those options, it's hard to decide. Okay, even going and finding a stencil pattern today, okay? It was like, you know, I had piles and piles of all my open stencils that I use in the classroom and everything, and I'm like, oh my gosh, which one do I really want to use? But this one's called La Provence, and I thought it would be awfully cool on here. So I'm going to pull the camera back down, you guys, and let you see what I'm working on, okay? And when I do stuff like this, I could probably take this pattern and almost center it, okay, and have this design in the middle. But I am just not that balanced in life, you guys. I don't know if it's the artist in me, the creative person in me, whatever, but I have to offset this, okay? So I'm going to pull this design, I think I'm gonna pull it that direction, okay? So I'm gonna pull it down and off because I don't want it really balanced. That would just be too normal for me. And now all I'm trying to do is just kind of get a guide, and I'm going to be slightly anal about this, you guys. Okay, I'm going to show you one of my tricks. This is a Quilters Ruler, okay? And let me put this up here so you can see it. So you can see through this, and it has all the lines. It's on a grid so that you guys can lay this down next to your stencil, and you can see if you're straight or not. Okay, now I can tell I'm not, so I can adjust the stencil a little bit before I get started. There's times I'm good at just eyeballing things, and there's times where I really want to be a little bit more precise, and we're going to adjust it even a little bit more. So let's hope this canvas is square, okay? Because I'm trying to get to where I'm just on here as straight as I can be. Okay, and then there's always that part where we just kind of have to eyeball things and just take over, okay? Oh, and another thing, you guys, since we have been counting stencils for, what's today, Thursday? I guess we didn't really start until Tuesday, but we've been counting stencils for 3 days now. And we have found some really cool stuff that has just been laying around and not been used in a long time. So tonight, if you guys want to humor me, okay, I always love to do giveaways, okay, so I'm going to bring you up here for a second. If you guys want to humor me and share this video on your page, okay, just be your personal page. Don't share it anywhere it's not supposed to be shared, okay, so don't share it in a group that does not allow videos to be shared in the group. But if we can get 25 shares tonight on this video, I'm going to give one stencil away, okay? And it's, who knows what it's going to be. I can't tell you. I'm not sure, okay? But I'm going to give at least one stencil away. If we get close to 50 shares, I'll give you at least 2 away, okay? So this is the La Provence, and I've got a bunch of stuff out here, you guys, okay? So I have Modern Masters out here. I know somebody noticed this off to the side. Oh yes, please, once you share the video, make sure that you come back on here and indicate that you shared, because that way we know you're entered into the contest and you're eligible to win. Okay, so we're going to give a stencil away. Okay, so I've got I guess I better move this here for a second because I want to get this in front of you guys. Okay, I've got 3 different colors of Modern Masters golds. Okay, and these are all their light golds. Okay, one of them is actually called warm silver. I have champagne and I have pale gold. So this is kind of the combination I plan on using on here. Okay, and just playing with these colors. And I kind of have a little bit of a game plan in my mind. Okay, not a complete game plan. Because sometimes things just have to develop on their own. And of course, I forgot to get a plate for a palette. Okay, I remembered stencil brushes this time, and I remembered paper towels, but I forgot to actually get a plate out, okay? So yeah, warm silver is absolutely gorgeous, okay? The thing I love about warm silver is it can go with silver really well, and it goes with the golds really well, so it's awesome. But oh, thank you guys for the shares. Okay, that is so appreciated. I'm gonna just bring you guys up here for a second because I can't scroll when the camera's down. Okay, and I just want to see if I missed anything. And I think you guys are just having fun sharing. I appreciate that, you guys. You're so sweet. And let's see. Okay, let's pull you guys back down. Okay, and again, like if I miss anything, you guys, I know I'll get to it later and answer your question. Okay, let's make sure you can see this really well on the camera. And it is a gorgeous stencil, okay, an absolutely gorgeous stencil. So I'm going to start with some warm silver. And ooh, I think I'm going to have to stir these babies up, okay? I thought I shook them, but that one is definitely... I made sure that the lids were coming off before I started this video, okay? I don't know how many times I start a video and forget to check if I can actually get the lid off, because I don't know about you guys, but I try hard, really hard, to keep my paints, the cans, the jars, and the lids and everything clean. Because, oh my gosh, trying to get I mean, it's like they get glued on, okay? They get stuck on so well. And I don't know if you guys have done this, but, you know, the trick is to take the container and tap the lid, okay, and try to, you know, get it to give so it will open up. Well, have you guys ever done that a little too hard and had the entire jar of Modern Masters explode on you? Okay. So I've been there and done that, so I'm really cautious about how hard I tap anymore, okay? Because I guess I tapped a little too hard once. Okay, let me get this in some water over there and find some stencil brushes. And hey, Bonnie, how are you? Oh, you know, that is a great idea, and I wish I was so organized that I would do that all the time, but yeah, that would help, okay? Great advice for not me, but everybody else on here, because I'm probably one of the worst. Okay, so some stencil brushes back here. Yes, we have a collection of stencil brushes, you guys. I do own a few of these. And for all of you guys that have started joining me on here, welcome, and thank you guys for coming and saying hi and hanging out with me while I do this fun little project. Okay, because I know I'm going to bounce back and forth between some colors, so I'm going to get a couple different size brushes, which I love having different size brushes so that I can kind of control where the color's going, but I am looking for some of my newer brushes, okay? And I'll show you guys the difference. Okay, new and old. The newer one is longer bristles, the older one is just shorter, okay? Now, that just means that, I don't know if they've gotten like worn off on the ends or they started to get shoved further up the ferrule, but I like them when they're newer because they've just got more flexibility, and I just love the way they feel. I just love my new brushes, okay? I can't stand them when they get too old. That's one thing I do replace a lot is my brushes. Okay, I promised I was going to start with warm silver, so I'm going to pull some of that paint out of the container and I'm putting it onto this foam plate so I can work it into my stencil brush, okay? And for anybody that is new to the art of stenciling, I'm just going to take a second here and go through the process of how you want to create a dry brush, because a dry brush is the only thing that's going to prevent you from seeping underneath your stencil. I don't care what paints you use, it's a technique, not a product, okay? So having a good stencil brush, the cheap ones that you get at Hobby Lobby and Michael's are just not that great, and for a couple bucks more you can get a really good stencil brush, you guys. Okay, so they're worth the money. But I didn't take too much out. I didn't like dip my entire bristles in the paint. I just barely picked up some on the end of the brush so I could pull it over here to my foam plate, using a couple seconds to work it into the brush. And then you're going to go over to your paper towel and you're going to swirl on there, and it's going to seem totally ridiculous. Like, why would I go put paint on my brush and then go take it all off? But at this point, you should be what's called a dry brush. And a dry brush is going to allow you to control your paint, you guys, okay? So with a light circular motion, I'm just going around all the openings. And I mean, it's a light touch to start with. Okay, this stencil has a piece here that's really flimsy. Okay, it's not really connected. So I'm just gonna put my finger in there and hold it still so that I don't move it when I'm swirling over it, okay? And I just kind of go side to side when I'm doing stuff like that. That way that element doesn't move and I don't end up with some kind of a blurred image of the pattern, okay? Now another thing you guys can do, if you've got a design like this and you're going to do a lot of repeats, you don't want to have to sit there and put your finger over those areas or remember what parts move. So using a spray adhesive on the back is not a bad idea when you've got a design like this that has a lot of elements that can move. And there's a lot of them here, okay? They're just sharper points that are coming in and creating the swirl marks of the design, and just being cut on one overlay. Those little elements can move, okay? So as you've gone a little ways, okay, I always try to encourage people to lift and look, because this is when you're going to see the completed image and know if you've got enough color there, or if you want to add more color. You know, areas where I have let the brush sit a little bit longer, the gold has come out a little stronger, and where I went over a little bit faster and not applied as much pressure, I have a little bit more of a faded look. So I love always getting some shading into all elements that I do. And you can shade with one color, or you can also shade with multiple colors. So I can come through here with the warm silver and basically just define the pattern, and then I can come back with another color randomly and just do some shading just to bring out some of the detail and to create a little bit more depth. So spray adhesive on this design wouldn't be a bad idea at all. There are so many little elements that want to move, okay? And so when I'm over those, sometimes I'm not swirling so much as I'm actually pouncing, okay? And that'll also prevent you from moving that little section of the stencil. But I think my finger is going to be gold when I'm done with this, okay? So for those of you that are just joining, you guys, this is just a canvas that I had laying around that had been started months and months ago, and it just has a whole lot going on it. It was one of those things, I demoed something and then I did something else and I did something else, and it just kind of sat around. So I finally decided we're going to take this forward and finish it. So we've got the tiger roller pattern underneath, okay? So if I hold it up, I'm not sure if you guys can see that now with the stencil on here, but there's a tiger pattern on here. Okay, so we've got the texture of the tiger roller going through some texture medium. I painted it navy blue, which is the Coastal Blue by General Finishes. And I didn't worry if some of the, because the roller pattern had actually been painted with a coral color. And I can't remember why, so we just went over it and we're going with our current inspiration instead of trying to figure out what the inspiration was before. So when I painted it the navy, you guys, I didn't worry that I was completely opaquing it, and I think I got pretty good coverage, but I can still see some of it peeking through here and there, and that just doesn't bother me, okay? I think it's kind of fun to have a little color from underneath coming through. Now, The pattern here, I've got like going over the side. So once I finish the whole front, you guys, I am going to pull the pattern over the side and just do that one little edge. This is only about like a 1/2 inch thick canvas, but if you had one of those thicker gallery wraps, okay, that's like a 2-inch gallery wrap, that'd be gorgeous as you pull that over the side. So right now I'm just stenciling. I'm doing what's called a dry brush, okay? And even though I talk about circular motion, you guys, like doing circular like this, it's a small little circular motion, almost like you're just rocking the brush. But this allows you to get nice, defined, crisp edges to your stencil and no bleed under, okay? So hopefully you guys can see, I'm loading it on, I'm offloading, and I'm not putting a whole lot of paint on to begin with, okay? And every time I reload, I'm using a nice soft touch. Because every time you reload your brush, it's back at its wettest point. And even though you're dry brushing, you guys, I know nobody ever thinks there's any paint on there, but there's a whole lot more paint there than you think there is, okay? So as I'm doing this, you guys, I was talking about just having another giveaway tonight. So if you guys want to humor me and want to win a stencil, share this video on your page with all your friends and family. And, you know, even if you're looking for it again, that's always a great way to find it. I know it's my easiest way to go and find the videos that I love, is I just share them to my page, and then I know I can go and find them later. And then also, it's a nice way to share somebody else's video. And you never know, somebody might need to learn that technique, or you might just even open up a whole world of creativity to somebody that you didn't know needed it. Because to me, you guys, art is therapy. It is therapy for the mind, the soul. I don't know what I would do without it, okay? It's definitely something that just gives me such a peace of mind. And stenciling is one of the most relaxing, enjoyable things that you can ever do, okay? To me, it's one of those, I've been doing it for so many years, okay, you guys, I've been stenciling. I'm going to pull this up so you can see that probably a little bit better as I'm getting it done. I've been painting for almost 30 years. So that's a lot of stenciling, okay? A lot of painting. And yes, I can do this probably in my sleep and blindfolded. Since I've been painting for so much, but it is just, it's so relaxing to me, so therapeutic. And like I said, I've been doing enough accounting over the last couple of days. We're trying to get our inventory up to date. And it's not because we're bad at inventory or bad at accounting, you guys. Last October, we integrated from QuickBooks, you know, desktop style QuickBooks to QuickBooks Online. And just to say the least, we had a few hiccups as we did this. And one of the major hiccups we had is we lost all of our inventory in the transition, okay? And we didn't know this for months and months and months, okay? It was like all of a sudden we're just like trying to go in and prepare for tax season and get our current inventory for my accountant, and we found out we had no inventory. So all the items were there, but they were brought over as what's called non-inventory, so it did not keep the current count from last year. So we've been trying to get to this project for way too many months, okay? Let me see, I'm gonna pull this up for a second, you guys, and just read this. It says, I've learned just what you said on your last live. I did load my brush too much and had it bleed through. Elaine, yeah, that's the biggest problem. Oh, that's awesome. I'm so glad to hear that. You know, just knowing that I'm helping you guys become better painters, hopefully inspiring you guys to release your creative inner spirit and get out there and play and have some fun. That is so awesome. But stenciling is awesome. I mean, to me, it is one of the most incredible ways that you can create such beautiful artwork, okay? And you know, not everybody can just freehand paint or draw something like this, but it gives everybody the opportunity to be creative and to do some beautiful stuff. And when stencils are done correctly, okay, they can be just so stunning. So stunning. Okay, so I'm gonna let you guys peek at this in a second. I could just tell that there were some faded areas that I really wanted to hit, okay? So I'm holding this in position up here, you guys, because if I'm not happy with everything, I'm definitely gonna put this stencil back down, okay? Oh, that looks gorgeous, okay? I don't know, I hope you guys can see that really well, because I'm telling you, that is just stunning. Just absolutely stunning. Okay, I don't know if I really need to do anything else with that. I kind of like that the way it is. Now, I was talking about how I'm going to wrap this. So I'm going to try to wrap this pattern on the side. And this is not the easiest thing to do, you guys. So I'm going to take off one of the pieces of tape. I have no place to tape over there, so I'm going to actually just curl a piece of tape up here, okay? Roll it up. And I'm going to allow that to go under there, so that's going to attach to that area. I'm going to release this, and I'm going to try to just rock the pattern. Okay, I'm going to have to pull you guys up because I'm going to have to do this up, okay? So all I did was try to just rock the pattern onto this edge, okay, so I can get that taped into position. And it's not going to want to stay here really well because it's on a tiny little edge, and it's a big pattern, okay? So I'm going to have to hold onto this well with my hands and just do a little piece at a time, okay? Just do one section of the pattern at a time. And this is just kind of a fun thing to do, just something, you know, you got a wrapped canvas, so you might as well wrap your pattern as well. And because it's not wanting to lay on there really well, I'm going to do a little bit more tapping. Oh, as I'm tapping, I heard somebody else. My grand doggy is here today, so I just heard her do her little shake. Every time she gets up, she does a little shake, okay? And you can always hear, yeah, there you are, sweetheart. You can hear her tag, okay? That's so cute. So I always know when she's coming. She has been lazy girl all day. She has been sleeping almost all day long. I sometimes start to worry, how could she sleep so much, okay? Okay, so I'm gonna take that off, but hopefully you guys can see that, okay? Let me pull it around this way, okay? So you can see how the pattern just wraps on that edge, which I think is just totally cool. And I'm gonna bring that up there so you can see that well. Now this is La Provence. And hopefully you can see the texture underneath. So we got the tiger roller going underneath. It's painted in coastal blue. So we got this beautiful navy and now this gorgeous pattern. Okay, now I could stop right now, but I don't know if I can. Okay, I think that's really pretty, but I just know I can go a little bit further with this. Okay, that's the hard thing, you guys, is sometimes when you're creating, okay, it's where do I stop, okay? Do I stop at that level? Okay, I got, you know, color, I got pattern, I got texture, or do I go, oh my, we can take it further. We can take it a notch further, okay? Aw, thank you guys. I'll make sure that we have the links on the website for you guys so that you can, oh, sorry, I got hair in my mouth. So that you guys can find the stencil and find the rollers if you're looking for them. Yeah, it is so much fun, okay? And I mean, I don't know, I don't stalk, okay, but you know, I do get a chance. I try not to be on Facebook for more than 25, 35 minutes, okay, where I'm just scrolling and just going through my feed and just seeing. But I see some incredible work people are doing with the rollers, and I'm just amazed and just love all the different things people are creating. So just let your imagination just flow a little bit. And if you don't have as much imagination, just steal some of mine, okay? Now, when I lifted that stencil, I kind of got this inspiration, okay? And like I said, so many of my projects are not pre-planned, you guys, because I just can't pre-plan that far in advance. But once I lifted it, I was thinking, oh my gosh, it might be really cool to have another repeat of this that is overlaying, okay? Because I really thought I was going to bring a total different design in here, and I still might, but I think I want to go ahead and do another repeat of this pattern and just have them overlap, okay? And I've got to determine if I want to go lighter or darker, okay? Options, options, and options, okay? And now I'm sitting here and trying to make sure that I get this on here straight. And I gotta move some things, you guys, because now I got everything going in 2 different directions. So, okay, let me move my plate over there. And hopefully you guys can see what I'm doing really well. And you know, if you're new to stenciling, if you're new to rollers, you guys, this is such a minimal investment. Aaron Brothers, I don't know if they're everywhere, but even like Dick Blick, or, oh gosh, Michael's, Hobby Lobby, okay, what am I even thinking? There's tons of places that have these canvases, okay, and you normally can buy them in a 4-pack, or they do some really great sales where you can pick up a bunch of canvases and just play. And you can play with technique, you can play with rollers and textures, and just kind of doing a bunch of stuff and figuring out what you like the best, okay? Okay, so we gotta figure out, I think I want this one to be actually a little bit lighter. So I think I'm gonna go into the champagne, okay? And so this is, again, Modern Masters, and the color here is champagne. And there was some on the lid, so I'm just pulling it off the lid. And I'm using a dirty brush since I didn't get a clean brush back out. Okay, so I'm trying to get this to go back to the champagne color because it's being influenced by the warm silver underneath, okay? And I think I want this just to be really, really light. So I'm gonna try to keep a real light hand and just bring this shadowing of pattern in here, okay? And this is where I'm going to know if I like this or not, okay? Sometimes we should have stopped when we should have stopped, and sometimes it's like, oh my gosh, I'm so glad I didn't stop. That was just awesome, okay? So I'm kind of going with my heart here, you guys, and just kind of figuring out if this is going to be awesome or not, but I think it is. I think we're going to have a really cool layered effect here, okay? And I'm barely adding color. And I'm just trying to do it real soft right where it's the stencil laying over the stencil pattern, because I don't want them to become one. I want it to be 2 different designs laying on top of each other. So yeah, I think that's going to come out really, really cool, you guys, okay? Now, if I got too much layering, I'm going to tell you a little trick here. If I have just pulled this one that I'm working on right now too strong, and I have overpowered the first repeat that I did, I can put that one back on and make that one stronger, okay? So I can always go back and add more color. So I'm just going to continue to layer this in a real light effect, okay? And just have some fun here. So I hope I'm inspiring you guys to pull out some stencils and have some fun. And if you guys are interested in winning something, just continue to share the video, you guys. We got to get up to 25 shares, and then I'm going to give a stencil away tonight. And that way, one lucky winner will have a new stencil to work with. And we really have some cool designs, so I'll guarantee you, you'll get something really awesome in the mail, okay? It won't be a cheesy pattern, okay? It'll be a really cool pattern. And I'm not sure it's going to be this one, but we'll have some really cool patterns that we do give away, okay? Okay, let's see. And this, I'm also going to wrap this, you guys, because this has to wrap too. But let me check here and see. Oh, I don't know about you guys, but I think that is just absolutely awesome. Okay, I don't think I want it any darker than that. So I'm going to go ahead and pull that completely off. Pull this up so that you guys can see. Let me pull the camera up so I can actually see, okay? Now, this way you guys can see better there. Oh, You guys, that is so stinking cool. Okay, so why would I stop with one repeat, okay? That's where you just sometimes have to go for it and just trust your instinct and know it's going to be totally, totally cool, okay? Now, I am going to go back because I did get a little heavy-handed, okay? So, I'm just going to show you my tricks, okay? Jennifer has so many tricks up her sleeve, it's ridiculous. Especially with the art of stenciling, because this girl has been stenciling longer than most people I think have been alive, okay? Now, isn't that funny, okay? I've been almost going for 30 years of painting, okay? 30 years of stenciling. Okay, I've been stenciling longer than some people have been alive, okay? That's just crazy. That makes you feel a little old. Okay, so I'm going to dip back into some warm silver, okay? And because I'm dirty brushing and the colors are so close to each other, you guys, I just go ahead and load the brush a couple times and offload so that I can get the color back to the other color, okay? I know it's not going to ever be perfect because I'm going back and forth, but it'll be closer, okay? So I'm just going to go ahead and let this particular repeat of this go a little bit stronger here and there. So it's like the dominating design on the canvas, okay? Because who knows what else I might be doing next, okay? Ooh. You know, once you kind of get going on something like this and just really let your inner spirit go. Okay, where's my grand doggy? Oh, I don't know where she went. Hopefully she went back to her bed. I went and laid down because I don't think she can get out the back, okay? Okay, let's see. Okay, yes. That just got the contrast better there so that this one's sitting up on top and that one's pushing further in the back, okay. And I see one other place where I want to do a little bit more color. Okay, I think that right there is going to do it. Okay, that's perfect. So, now at this point, what else can we do, okay? And I'm going to go ahead and pull the camera back up because I think when I hold this up, you guys, you can see it so much better, okay? That is just stunning, okay? Absolutely stunning. So look at the beautiful artwork you guys can create, okay? Now, part of my heart says, let's stop, okay? As I'm peeking over this canvas and looking at you guys. Part of my heart says stop because, wow, that's pretty, that's pretty amazing already. Okay, we've got texture, we got color, we got pattern, okay? But, my other thought, you guys, okay, let me unbury this other stencil over here. I had this other thought that could just be amazing. So I was thinking of getting the Hampton medallion out and layering the Hampton medallion on here. Okay, let me push this down a little bit more so you can see. Layering the Hampton medallion with maybe some glass beads. So I don't know. I don't know if it's just too much. Maybe just a little peek of it. I'm not sure. Now this is where I'm going, okay, I'm really not sure. Is it too much to go that far? Is it just stunning as it is and just leave this baby alone? Okay, somebody says, yes, do it. Let's see, I got a question here. What brush do you like to use? Okay. Is that Jody? Yes, Jody Lynn. Okay, Jody, I'm using, these are my stencil brushes, okay, so it's part of my line. You'll find them on my stencil website, okay, because I got 2 websites. But these are amazing stencil brushes. This is the 1-inch, okay? They're very, very good quality. And it looks like a couple of you guys are really wanting me to go ahead and go for the glass beads, okay? Oh, Rhonda, you are so cute. Sitting at the rodeo, watching you. Oh, you're so sweet, Rhonda. We need to get together. I think you and I have got to do a live here sometime soon together, okay? Okay, so Rhonda's the one that's telling me to go for the glass beads. Okay, so now we have to look at this and determine, do I just want a little bit of glass bead in here, or do I want to kind of get into more of a layering look and maybe layer a little bit of glass bead down at the bottom, and maybe I could put some of the glass bead at the top. Decisions, okay? got to figure out what's the best look here. Okay, so I think I'm going for this position. And again, I just want to make sure that we are level, okay, or straight. Yeah, you like my corner idea? Yeah, I'm thinking I could move it over further, but then I don't want it in alignment with this one here. So I might go ahead and pull over a little bit more to the corner, but I think I like that position. Sometimes you just kind of got to go for some things. And, you know, I don't know if I can room this one, okay? So what do you think? You think that position's pretty good there? I kind of like that. It's not all the way to the corner, but it's close to the corner. And then I might, oh, there's my sweet girl. Then I might bring a little something up on top. We'll see. But basically in my mind, when I'm working with elements like this, I normally go for 3, okay? Now I know I've got the texture, I got the color, but I have 3 design elements on here, and that might be my max. Okay, I'm going to be a good girl and put my lids back on all this paint over here. Actually, that was my other idea, you guys. Yes, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do, okay, let me match, okay, first. Because I already have, okay, I got too many ideas running through my mind, you guys, this is crazy. I already have glass beads mixed up. So I'm gonna grab some of the containers that I have. And my sweet little granddoggy is just starting to get where she's waking up and she's ready to play, huh? Okay. So we'll see how long she lets me have fun here. Okay, so what I'm going to kind of do is the glass beads are on here, okay, so that's what they look like when they're dry, and I'm going to try to match the gold color that is closest to them. And I think I'm going to stick with either champagne. I never did pull out the pale gold, you guys, okay? So I think I'm going to either go, I think we'll go with the pale gold, okay, because I think that's safest. But my idea with this, okay, like I said, I'm thinking and talking at the same time, and that is not always a good idea, okay? That is not always a good idea, because how do you think and talk at the same time? But I'm telling you, my idea was to stencil it first, okay, with the paint, and then come over with the glass beads kind of randomly, so it's not everywhere. So that kind of was my thought process to begin with. So we'll see how that comes about here. Okay, I'm gonna come through here. Oh, we got somebody from Norway. Oh my gosh, 3 o'clock in the morning. Bless your heart, Anita. You shouldn't be up watching me, okay? Elaine, okay, we're definitely going for the glass beads. Let's see. Okay, so we're going for it. Okay, so I'm going to stencil it with the paint first, and then I'm going to go over it with one of these mixtures of the glass beads. Nicole. Okay, so Nicole is another one of my retailers, and she had surgery a couple of weeks ago. Oh, no, you had surgery like almost 3 or 4 weeks ago. Oh my gosh, time flies, time flies. But I hope all is going well for you, and thank you for watching. We got to get you up and moving again, girl, okay? You got to get up and moving. Okay, I'm pulling this over even further. Okay, so I'm going to put the camera back down so I won't be able to read your guys' comments as well. But I am going back down to, I'm going off the edge a little bit, okay? Because in my mind, I really like how designs kind of just fade away and fade off. Okay. Oh, I forgot to wrap that one, you guys. I still have to wrap that other design on the edges, okay? And we probably should do that first, okay? We should do that first, okay? So hold on. Give me a second here, you guys. Okay, I still have the right color out because that was champagne. And let's see, on the 8th, okay, I knew it had been a while, but I hope you're doing well, and I hope that ankle is healing, and you guys, you, Nikki, need to be up and running here someday soon, okay? Okay, so I'm loading my brush and offloading it really well. Okay, and I'm gonna pull back the camera up because you guys are gonna have to be, you have to be up high when I do this, okay? So I'm going to match the pattern, okay? Let me see how I can do this without too much tape, okay? So I'm matching the pattern back up to what I already painted, and then I'm gonna rock the stencil on the edge. And then I'm just going to hold it in position and just tap it because we weren't doing very much color on this side to begin with, okay? We were keeping this really light. But this is going to allow that pattern to continue on that edge, okay? And then what I'm gonna do again, I'm gonna line it back up, you guys, okay? And I'm going to rock it to the top because we want to have the pattern. Oh, that's going to be a hard place, okay? That's where the pattern is real flimsy. So let me see. I need another set of hands, you guys. Too bad Cleo can't help, okay? I might have to do that one from a different angle. Let's see. Yeah, this one's going to be a little bit more tricky, okay? We got tricky here. Ooh, should have brought a bottle of water back here. Or a bottle of wine, that could help too, okay? So for those of you that are on here with me, you guys, as I promised earlier, if we get enough shares on this video, I'm gonna give a stencil away tonight. So go ahead and share if you would. Help us reach more people, that's always awesome. We appreciate it, okay. So that was a little trickier, you guys, but if you can see that, it's real subtle. It's just allowing the pattern to just wrap, okay? And I think that's such a cool look, especially when you got gallery wraps. Okay, one of these days I need to go get some gallery wraps that are the 2-inch wraps because I think that would even be more and more stunning. So thank you guys for the shares. Okay, let me know, Rhonda, if you're still on here, tell me how many shares we have, okay? I want to know how close we're getting to hitting the number so that I can give something away. Okay, I'm going to put the camera down even further so that you guys can see exactly where I'm positioning here, okay? So I'm rocking this where the design's going off the end and going off of the edge here. And now I'm just making sure that I have this pretty straight, okay? I think I'm going to be happy with that, okay? You know, this is sometimes one of those things. Okay, Rhonda, we're up to 15. Okay, we just need, that's not bad. We only need 10 more shares, you guys, and then I'm going to give a stencil away. And I hope you guys know I love doing that because I have seen some beautiful, absolutely beautiful work that people have done with the stencils that I've given away, okay? So that's just cool. I mean, hopefully I've turned somebody into a stencil lover that never was before. I think that's just an awesome thing. Okay, so I'm, like I said, I'm stenciling the whole design first, okay, with the champagne. And this is the color that I used on the second repeat of the first design, okay? So this design here is called La Provence, okay? And I've used that one twice in kind of like a shadowing effect, okay? And now I'm using the Hampton Medallion, and this is the smaller version, okay? So this is not the large version of this pattern. And so I've got the whole design on here to start with, okay? And that way, if I don't do complete glass beads, it's not going to matter because the pattern is defined, okay? Let me get that lid on, okay, because I'm notorious for spilling things. I just want to make sure I got all my lids on, okay? And, Tammy Sue, thank you for being here. I always appreciate your shares. I know I will do this on canvas. Oh, this is going to be gorgeous on anything, okay? I want you guys just to humor me with all the shares and humor me with copying this because this is stunning, okay? This will be absolutely beautiful on a piece of furniture. And I have a couple of pieces of furniture around here that I need to work on. They'll eventually get done. Okay, so I'm going to pull you guys back up here for a second. and just talk to you about glass beads. Okay, so this is glass bead gel. Okay, so this is my glass bead gel with glitter in it. So this has already been mixed, and as I had indicated, the color on the lid, okay, that's what it's going to dry like. So it has glitter in it, okay, it has shimmering sand glitter, which is one of my glitter colors that we have here. And it's already all mixed together, okay, so there's glass beads. Okay, I just wanted to make sure how much was in here. So it's glass bead gel with glitter in it, okay. Now when it dries, it's going to dry like the lid. Okay, let me make sure I can see that, like the lid. And there's this big trick, you guys, when you're mixing up any kind of glitter mixtures with your glass beads, always put them out somewhere and smear them like I do on my lids, okay? That way you can see how it's going to dry, because otherwise it could be a mystery, okay? It looks really, really different in here. Jody, the stencil brushes are, okay? This one's all wet. So let me grab a dry one. What did I do with all of those? Oh, here they are. Okay. But they are really soft, okay? They are, I believe it's pig hair, I'm not positive, okay? But the hair is a stiffer bristle, but they really are soft. So when you are using them, you can swirl with them or pounce with them, but they are really great, okay? And this is a way of getting always really, really sharp edges to all your stenciling. Dry brush, okay, dry brush, dry brush, dry brush. I cannot preach that enough, okay? And you'll get that beautiful, beautiful, sharp, clean edge. And that's it, okay? Jody, just for you, okay? I'm gonna pull the camera back down. So when you offload your paint on your paper towel and you think you don't have anything left, test it on your hand, okay? If you wipe this on your hand and you're seeing any color, you're probably not dry enough, okay? And that's a light touch, okay? I'm seeing a little bit of gold, which means I'm probably okay. But if you come over here and you have like a wet stripe across your hand, like it was, you know, not taken off, that's where you can always catch it first, okay? And make sure that you don't end up bleeding underneath your stencil. Okay. On to, oh my gosh, I wish I brought water back here, okay? I'm talking way too much. Okay, keep me going, Rhonda. Let me know how many shares we get up to, because we got to get up to 25 before I'm going to give one away, okay? That's my bribe number. And like I said, we get up to 50, I'll give at least 2 stencils away tonight. Okay, I'm going to pull you guys back down. Hopefully you can see that well. And this is called a color shaper tool, okay? And it's rubber, and it's real soft rubber, not a hard rubber. And this is the best tool that there ever has been to put your glass beads on. So I'm just going to pull some of them off of the stir stick, okay? And all I'm going to do is just pull these over the stencil opening, okay? And I want to, because I don't think this stencil was sprayed, okay? Normally I will always use spray adhesive on the back of my stencils before I emboss them. That way all those elements stay in position. So I don't think I did that on this particular design or this particular copy of it. So I'm just going to make sure that where this could come up, that I won't go this direction. I'll make sure that I'm pulling the beads the other direction so that I don't shove any glass beads underneath, okay? Now this is not going to look like what I showed you guys on the lid until it completely dries, okay? And glass beads take a while to dry. This gel medium can take hours, okay? So don't ever try to speed them up. I know some people get in a hurry and they want to see, they want to go, oh yes, let's see it when it's dry, let's see. Okay, if you try to speed up your glass beads drying too fast and blow dry them, you'll surface dry the product, and what happens is you'll end up with hazing, and you're going to have this white haze instead of this beautiful crystal clear glass bead and glitter mixture, okay? So just be patient and let your beads, let them dry on their own, okay? I know it takes a while, but it doesn't take forever. So patience is a really, really good thing. Okay, I don't need too much more, but I need it on the end of that brush, okay? I call it a brush, but it really is not like not a true brush, okay? It's just a tool. But it's like you're brushing it on. And this is really cool because it lays it down nice and smooth, okay? I'm just cleaning off my tool, okay? So I can get all that product back in here. And then you don't have to wait for anything to dry because I said this is going to take hours for this to dry. But you just want to lift this straight up and remove it, okay? So that will dry the color that was on the lid, which is going to be real similar to all the other, I want to get this off this edge, okay, because it, soften that out as it goes on that edge, you guys. But this will dry. I told you guys, I can't talk and think at the same time. This is going to dry back to that beautiful color that I showed you on the lid, which is going to be really close to all the golds that are on here. And then we're going to have a three-dimensional look as well. So I want to show you guys how to clean this off, okay? So give me just a second to find a piece of, oh, where is all my paper, okay? We normally have stacks and stacks of craft paper. Oh my, oh my, oh my. Let's see if I can, oh, perfect. Okay. I'll try to keep stacks of this around here because we're always needing to clean stuff off. But what this is, it's actually our packing paper, you guys, but it's basically like unprinted newsprint. But it's a clean surface that you can scrape back off, okay? And I'm not using a hard hand by any means, okay? But I'm just cleaning off all the glass bead that was just sitting on the mylar itself, okay? And recapturing that so that we can put it back and reuse it, okay? There's no reason to throw that away. And you want to get it off your stencil to begin with because you don't want any of this going down the drain. So we try to clean our stencils off really well first, and then you can even clean the paper off if you have clean paper, okay? So that's why I always like to use clean paper as well. So I can recapture a ton of it, and then I try to clean everything off I can, so that way we don't end up with putting glass beads and glitter down our drain, okay? So we try to be pretty thoughtful about that, okay? And careful and just not do stuff like clogging up my drain with nothing but glitter and glass beads. Okay, so let me get this out of the way and bring back the masterpiece, okay? Ooh, 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 ooh. This is so pretty. Okay, let me get this camera back up here so I can get this back up at a higher height for you guys. Okay, I don't know about you guys, but I think that looks absolutely stunning, and I am so thrilled with that. I think I'm going to stop at that point. Okay, I don't think I'm going to go any further. I like having the blue up here in the corner because you can see the texture really well, and I think that that is going to be it. So how fun was that? Kathy, we got up to 26 shares. That's awesome. Okay, so at 26 shares, we're definitely going to give a stencil away. So I know it's one that we've given away a lot, but I think we're going to go ahead and give another copy of the Hampton Medallion away. So this is what our lucky winner is going to win. And how we do it, just so you guys know, everybody that shares, okay, and you have to share it. You have to write in here. Okay, I'm trying to hold on to this and not let it fall. You have to type in here that you shared, and then we put all your names and a hat, okay, and we pick one of them out. So we try to do it as fair as we can. So keep sharing, you guys, and the more shares we get, the more of those stencils we will give away. But I hope you guys have enjoyed watching this. I hope you've enjoyed the process of just seeing something come together so quick and easy, you guys. I haven't been down here for very long, okay? This was an easy, fun project, and now I have a stunning piece of artwork that is probably going to either stay here or go home, okay? This might actually go into the guest room, who knows? Oh, look at you guys. Thank you for all those shares. You guys are stunning. You're so sweet. So what I will do, you guys, because this is going to change a lot in the coloration down here, because right now it looks white, and it's not going to look white and stand out so much as it is standing out against all the soft gold. It's going to dry down to that real soft shimmering, it's called shimmering sand is the glitter color. So it's going to dry down to a real soft gold. And at that point, it'll just blend in with everything, but it'll have a little extra sparkle to it. So isn't that fun? Absolutely a fun project. Okay, I'm so glad I came back here, because I'm going to tell you, my heart feels better. Okay, my soul feels like it has something creative today, instead of just all that paperwork and accounting stuff that I get stuck doing way too much of. Okay, we do have a new team member here, and she's doing great, but we're trying to get her to take over more and more off of my plate, because as my plate gets emptier, I get to come back here and play more and do stuff like this with you guys. So thank you guys for joining me. We're going to pick the winner probably. We're going to keep the video going, okay? Because I always think that the more shares we get, the more shares we can possibly get. And if we get up to 50, that means we get 2 winners. So we're going to let the video continue to be shared and watched, and we will do the giveaway. We'll pick a winner tomorrow night about 5 o'clock, so it goes for like 24 hours, okay? And we'll pick at least one, hopefully pick 2 winners, okay? So if you guys have any questions on this, I'm going to post links to everything, okay? I'll post a link to the roller, the stencils, and I think that's, oh, and the glitter, okay? I don't carry the General Finishes paint, so you're going to have to go find yourself a local retailer for that. But everything else I'll have links for you guys. So thanks for hanging out with me and allowing me to be creative and share with you guys. Oh yes, I'll definitely take a picture of it when it dries, and we'll post that. We'll post that tomorrow with the winner, okay? So we'll post the picture of the dried canvas with the winner's names. So that'll be something fun to look forward to tomorrow night. So thanks again, guys. I think I really have to get busy now and do what I was supposed to come back here to do in the first place, okay? Oh, thank you so much. I just, you know, we all have to be inspired, okay? And there's inspiration all around us, and sometimes you just need a fun canvas to get to that point. So thank you, guys. Okay, I'm going to get back to what I was supposed to be doing. I'm going to go prep for Monday, okay, for my painting group. So thank you guys again for hanging out with me. You guys all have a blessed evening.